we've noticed a pattern with the storms that, well, they all gathered in one direction and moved towards the lake, but as soon as they reached the very edge of the lake, they all dispersed in all directions like something scattered them to the winds. So there's also another thing related to, well, the apparatus there that we think might also be at the center of the lake, and we're not sure what it is, or whether that's even the thing that's causing the problems for our storm callers.
Another sigil?
Yes, something there. We're not sure exactly what it is. It's probably at the bottom of the lake, so you aren't going to be looking for that specifically. Mostly just gathering information from the people at the dome to see if there's any way to determine whether they know what's causing the disturbance, or even if they know anything more.
And Azul and Cassie kind of both look at each other, and Cassie's kind of like, she's very obviously gotten used to Azul being around. Azul being persistent as hell probably had something to do with helping that. But and Cassie kind of, yeah, that'd be fine to look into. We just need to make sure we ask the right questions. We could probably do a little bit of looking around ourselves, and as long as we don't actually seeking out trouble and know to fall back the moment we run it, if we run into something, that we should be perfectly safe.
That's what I'd advise you to do, anyways. It's not very helpful if you get injured or hurt along the way.
Yes, of course.
So would you do it? I believe Lily is getting her pet in on this as well. So you'll have her help in questioning. But other than that, I think the majority of us will be heading north.
Yeah, the assassin, you mean?
She yes.
Would actually be good about questioning things. Yeah, so like she doesn't kill them.
Well, I believe it's not worth the money to kill them if she doesn't have a contract.
Yes, they do seem to have a rather strong code. All right then, yeah, that'd be useful if she was there to actually question things. She does seem rather sociable and persuasive.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you for agreeing to this. Yeah, yada yada yada. I guess that pretty much wraps it up.
Yep. All right then.
All right. Oh, it's milk tank now. Okay. I forgot what the apparatus is called these days. So it's a Pokemon.
All right. So at this point, you are intending to send all the NPCs down to the lake then, without the party, correct?
Yeah.
Good. That is what I have been planning so far.
Yep.
Yeah. Pretty much all the NPCs that are our companion NPCs will head to the lake. We'll head up to the north.
All right. Yep, that sounds relatively reasonable.
About time to work out contract details. I'll get her as much as possible.
Yep. You'll be able to find him easily enough. I expect he's no longer going to be at the Baron's place, but he'll be down towards the blacksmith, which he has it's basically more or less a home, like a room for him at this point. It tends to stay near the blacksmiths, and it's pretty decent. Just a little cot bed, more or less, and then tools and other things for him to work on.
Okay.
So you're going there to work out the details?
Yep.
All right. This can all be the same day. It's going to be a busy day for him, but I could say it's all be the same day. So, yeah, he's in there. Assuming you're just going to walk in.
Yep.
And you can see him there. Once again, he's just kind of working on things.
Two things. Yes. First, did you have any luck finding that armor?
What was the armor she was looking for?
Glamour half plate.
Glamored half plate. Let me see. Oh, yes, the glamored half plate. I must apologize. I did not. The particular recipe for that has been rather tricky to come by, and I have not had. Well, I'm not exactly the best with most illusion type magic, so I've not been able to work on a glamour of that sort yet.
Second, we need to work out details if we're going to be looking for this lens of truth and giving it to you.
Yes. Well, I've already more or less given you the directions on how to get there. As I've said, the last report I heard was that he was located in an old mine which he had more or less barrened himself up into. The mine itself, though, I hear was quite dangerous. I believe it was originally lost due to a poison. There was much talk of the workers that this man had brought along being lost, just falling over, choking.
Well, it could either be a creature, or there might be, a few of my dark-skinned relatives down in that area. Unfortunately.
Perhaps we'd have to find out. I do not know myself, to be honest. Other than that, the only item I'm really seeking, of course, is the lens. Anything else you find will, of course, be yours to keep. And as for the actual payment for all this, are you here to work that out by yourself?
For now. I'm pretty sure the others will trinkle in to discuss details, while I at least get the rough estimate from you.
Yes. Well, this artifact is quite important. I would like to have it, as I said, to help locate and identify proper purities for the items I'm using. And it is, from what I understand, a rather rare item. I would be willing to give the group as a whole somewhere in the area of... Oh, let me think. The group of a... Excuse me. The group as a whole, somewhere in the area of 5,000 gold pieces for the retrieval of it.
A lens of truth doesn't necessarily speak to me as something you use to find allies, but discern lies from other people.
It's, from what I understand, it allows you to see the true nature of things. And believe me, there are very, very fine, minute differences in various things I work with, and various other items as well. And he'll kind of point at something he has on the wall, which at first glance it actually looks to be as though it was a replica leg off of the apparatus. This, for example, despite the fact it was recreated to the best of my ability as the apparatus itself, it does not quite seem to operate in the same manners. I was hoping to be able to use the lens to identify exactly what's different about its true being versus that, and go from there. And he kind of just smiles broadly at that.
Are you sure that the lens is actually going to help you determine that, or is the lens actually true sight, which is a little bit different?
Well, even if it is simply true sight, I am still paying for you to retrieve it. So,
Of course, I'm just throwing that out there as a possibility. That way you don't get your hopes up too much on that.
yes, and it does. And if it does end up to simply be that, then, well, I'm simply down a decent chunk of gold, but considering it would have been going to your aid and what you've already done for the city itself, I don't feel that would exactly be money wasted.
Okay. Let me discuss the details of them. However, I believe 5,000 should be good. Don't quote me on that as of yet. I'm surprised they haven't started drinking again yet. Alright. I have whimper dogs again. Damn it. God damn.
Keep this in mind, Jeebs. He's essentially asking you to get him what is at least a rare item, and he's paying you to go out, get it, and then you're basically selling it to him for, granted, full cost. But in essence, you're not getting hazard pay on it.
Yeah, we're not getting hazard pay at all.
But like you are, like normally when you sell an item, you sell it for half cost. So you're getting it for the full cost. So that's, yeah. And of course, anything else you might find, he's willing to just, yeah, feel free to keep it.
Okay, meta is not working here. Technically, hazard pay is still a thing. That's an issue.
I mean, that would getting a sale at full price and all the other items we'll probably get in character is good hazard pay, but Serena would be
the extra items are what's going to bring it up
Yeah,
to a
and
normal
you can
payment.
feel free to like roll an insight on this if you wish.
I mean, Serena would be mostly worried about the hazard pay for fighting the creatures in the north, which she knows are nasty.
Yeah. Yeah, so like feel free to roll so the insight, the best you can see for the insight, the reason why he's willing to pay you so much is because of how dangerous the region is, and he does seem rather intent to have this.
Hmm.
Booty.
Moody, moody.
Booty. What? Hashtag
So
booty?
about this time, Lily probably would be walking in
Yeah,
because it's
blacksmith.
blacksmith. Hey guys.
And Rashi kind of wave over it. Ah, hello, Lily.
So this thing that we're gonna get. Falana, did you get more information on that?
He's willing to pay 5,000 for it, as well as any loot that we do use there.
5,000.
Oh yes.
Can
Before
I,
I forget too much about it, I should probably describe to you what this is supposed to look like. Everything that I have found regarding this lens it's actually a magnifying glass with a thick purple frame.
Oh, you've got to
Are
be
you
kidding
sure
me.
we're not talking about Lens True Sight?
Oh my god.
It sounds like it would match
Also,
that hat of disguise you
no.
found earlier.
Actually, yes,
No.
I believe it would match perfectly that hat of disguise.
So,
It's probably part of a match
does
set.
it happen to have... I think I know exactly what this lens is going to look like. Here, let me pull up a picture.
I know exactly what it is too. Oh my god.
I'm sad
Is it-
that you're all this up about it, because are you really that surprised?
I'm not surprised.
I have no
I'm
clue,
not surprised.
so
I'm
that's
just more
okay.
sad that it's not.
It's a Zelda reference.
Yeah.
Zelda,
That's why I have
Lens
no
of
clue.
Truth. It's in like every 3D Zelda game ever. Well, no, just Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, actually.
Yeah, it's only in those two, but
God damn it, Bob.
Anyways,
Yeah.
5,000 gold split 4 ways doesn't really go very far. Are you sure that's all you're willing to pay?
I think it's more than enough, personally, which should cover all of our expenses.
And you continue to say, that's only for what I'm paying you itself for the item in its return. Like I said, anything you find there, be it gold left behind by the Inquisitor, any items that he might have had, any items that the attackers that may have gotten rid of him might have had, all yours to
Ours
keep.
to deal with. I think our biggest issue is we're even dealing with a poisonous creature or dark-skinned relatives.
The
Which
Drow?
we're just
You think
owned
they live up
anyway.
there?
We're talking mines. It could be linked to the Underdark.
Sounds dangerous. Maybe we should wait for the rest of the group to show up. Rest of the group, show up!
And I don't think the rest of the group wants to show up.
No? Okay. Well, I guess Lily and Falana can make all the decisions for the group.
Yeah. Well, I am the team leader, so.
Nobody's the team leader.
Of course you are.
As the only one,
As the only one to
Sure,
die
Elven
in like 2
blood.
turns to a dwarf. Yeah. So Lily's gonna say it's rather dangerous up there. I've heard some really bad things. I was just talking to Mara. She seemed to be very hesitant. If she's scared to go up there, it's got to be pretty bad. Do you think you could spare an extra 1,000 just for the hazard pay?
Isn't she an assassin, thus her work is best done from the shadows?
Yes.
Roll a persuasion.
Can you roll for me?
Yes, I can.
That way you can't
Yeah,
get
that way
mad
I
at the
can't
roll.
say anything. I can only be mad at myself. Cool. All right, and now let me physically roll Arashi's counter to that.
Crit, crit, crit,
With
crit.
plus 20.
Let's see, he rolled that, and what do I want to use as the
Negative
stat
3.
for this? What stat should I use for this?
Wisdom.
Straight
usually
wisdom
insight.
or
Just
straight
insight?
I would have said just a straight charisma check.
intelligence. It's either wisdom or intelligence. Because
It's usually
basically-
insight against persuasion, according to the book. And I would
Alright.
assume he probably has proficiency.
Yeah, he actually got a 20 overall.
Hey.
Oh,
No, actually,
don't
he got,
bite.
yeah, he had a 20 overall. You're making a rather tough bargain. Though I've already scrounged together most of the money I had for this, it was hard to come by 5,000 as it was, in addition to all the materials I have. Is this going to be a deciding factor for you?
No, but how about this? We'll do it for the 5,000, but perhaps in the future we could get maybe a 10% discount on any of the things we buy from you.
Another persuasion? This
Go
one
ahead.
can be done with advantage, so let me roll that. Persuasion.
Oh,
Good thing
Only
you had
15.
advantage on it.
yeah.
And 5% discount.
Deal. I'm kind of interested about what's up north anyways.
We're going into mines. At most, bring a pickaxe and you might find exactly what you're looking for if you're interested that much about what we're going to be round.
And he'll continue to say, and if you're really that worried about what's up north, why not take the apparatus itself? I'm sure
I'm
having
out.
that sort of heavy firepower would be good, and in the event that you do need to go through a noxious environment, as it seems might be the case in these mines, it is a sealed environment.
Well, I do have an idea for what we might be able to add to the apparatus that might be of interest to at least breaking through forts or something similar. What if we take a giant spike and bring it to something to propel it magically with enough force to break through?
Yeah,
Are we going to break through to the heavens?
I feel it would be more productive to locate a giant screw of sorts and attach it to one of the claws.
Drills! It's a drill tank.
We're
Well, I'll
gonna
make a
turn this into a
bunker.
mecha RP, aren't we?
Oh my god.
Blame
Mecha
Bruce for
D-
that. Blame Bruce
Oh,
for
God,
that,
that
the
was
fact
loud.
that he is very into just creations and stuff.
All right. Well, we shook on the 5,000 and the 5% discount. That sounds like a deal. When do you need this by?
I don't need it immediately. Hopefully, I would prefer that you were to go out there and deal with this before other immediate tasks, assuming that something like, assuming something short of like a dragon attacking Northbridge. I feel that would take precedence, but short of something like that, I would hope that you would be able to go up there relatively soon to deal with it. Of
Yes,
course, you have plenty of time to prepare and get things around that you might need for the journey. I would not want to send you up there
Correct.
unprepared.
That is our next goal. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't a super pressing need or anything because we did just get back from a long trip. It'd be nice to have a couple of days to rest.
Oh yes, absolutely. Take a few days to rest, to gather up whatever you might need for the trip. That is all reasonable. I am not a taskmaster of any sort. I do not have a whip.
Unfortunately,
Your unseen
Or Dave.
servant seems to think that you are quite the taskmaster.
Actually, I just
It's
realized
an
something funny. His image does have a whip because I was using Julius Belmont as his image.
Eh.
Can I roll insight on the whip?
You can roll an insight on the whip thing, yes. Because I'm going to go with that he actually does have one on his person.
But he's hiding it. It's just like
You want me to roll for
casually.
you?
Yeah.
Insight. You do notice that at his side, he does actually have a whip.
We'll have to talk about that whip later.
Oh my! Oh my! Oh
She
my!
really, really has been looking forward to someone whipping her.
Uh,
We totally need to get Mika in here, right?
Oh my god!
Mika would probably like his whip, to be honest.
I thought this wasn't D&D.
No, it's not that. It's like I could see
I
conceptually
know.
he would have made if he has it on his person. It's probably magically enhanced. So I could see that actually being statistically not that far off of the vampire killer. Like it's not actually like effective against vampires, but otherwise it would probably still be a very good whip.
All it needs to do is have radiant damage attached to it on top of it.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, so is there anything else we should talk about?
Well, unless you happen to have any leads that might lead to possibly bouncing between the cosmetology of the universe. No.
Bouncing between the cosmetology of the universe. What do you mean by that?
It's nothing. Just trying to figure out
She's trying to sound smart.
No, it's more along the lines of my theories as to the Temple of Inverted Elements. I believe it might be dipped into another world, which is complex.
Does he even know what that is?
A temple of inverted elements dipped into another world. If it's placed at the right location where things get reversed backwards, that would also make a nice point for various connections between dimensions.
Yes, it
I
would.
swear you guys are saying words, but I have no idea what any of those mean.
But
I know what
It's
that one
all-
means. Okay.
It's all
I'm
arcane theory.
all caught up now.
It's arcane theory. I'm pretty sure even if I explained the entire concept to you, it might go over your head. It's a matter
Probably.
of experience in that matter.
Wait, was that supposed to be an insult?
regardless, though, is there anything else you wish to discuss?
No, not this time.
Alright.
See, if you continue your search for that armor, I might need him in the near future.
Very well. I shall keep an eye on it. Good day.
Alright?
So now I expect everyone kind of wants to sleep. Or rest,
Yeah.
or do whatever. It's been a
Or
long
have
day.
a
A lot
drink.
has happened on this day.
Or have a drink, then go to sleep.
I vote for sleep.
Alright,
I
so if
vote for a
that's-
drink, then sleep.
So if that's everyone's plan, you return back to the tavern. Those of you who want a drink can get a drink. Everyone else kind of just returns to their or retires to their room and gets some well-deserved sleep in a bed that they're actually used to.
Yeah.
And the next morning you wake up easily enough. It is actually snowing on the ground. So you're like in the dead of winter, so it's not that surprising at this point, but there's actual snow on the ground as you eventually head out from the tavern, or as you look out from the tavern. So what's your initial plan for today?
Well, first of all, I'm going to use Druidcraft for the next 24 hours of weather, just so you can get a forecast.
Snow.
White snow or...
Yellow.
No, it's purple snow.
Sure it's not purple rain?
I'm
Okay.
sure it's not purple rain. It might be chocolate rain, but it's purple snow.
Anyways, so it's going to be probably a few inches of snow.
Yeah,
Nothing
you're going to have a little
major.
bit of snow on the ground by the time it's done.
Okay. It's a matter of going north. Will the weather be worse? Which time of year?
Alana might try to do her potion thing now that she's in a place where she can
Yeah.
has her tiny workshop.
Yeah, so she can kind of...
My little
you all
workshop?
basically have like a little area set up for yourselves now. Like you're more or less all welcomed as like at least pseudo citizens of the town.
Yeah.
So yeah, you like to have an area that's set aside where you can do all the work and everything. So, what materials do you have for potions?
I think I still just have the basic things that you kept having me buy.
All right. Did you have anything else that you were considering getting while you were out and about? Like I know you grabbed some parts off the Arcanamites,
Oh, right.
and I
I
tried to
need
think
to
of what
show
else you may
those
have grabbed.
to.
I was gonna
I
have
grabbed
Lily take those to
fish
Arashi and figure out if
teeth,
they're any good.
fish teeth, and the anglerfish antenna.
Yeah. Did we get anything from that siren thing or no?
No.
No,
No.
but
Yeah, we didn't. I don't. We
she was
didn't.
undead anyway.
Oh.
Yeah.
As our anglerfish, technically we cut it up and ate it, or at least ate most of it, so we could have salvaged anything we needed to from it as
Yeah,
well.
you got the teeth. I know you had the
Fins.
and the angler part of the anglerfish.
Yeah, anything like that we would have been able to salvage when we cooked it.
Yeah. All right. So first of all, do a test just to see what you can learn about the materials themselves that you have.
All right.
Lily was gonna take some of those materials to Arashi and see if he
No, so I was going to say I was thinking of doing it, and then I remembered Cano-mites up to Arashi to see if he.
you're cutting in and out, Alto.
The gist of what it's saying is use the Arcanamites with Arashi to see what he can forge with them, because spell stealing on a mage would be useful.
Yeah.
Also, the Thunderbird talons we wanted to transform into a weapon
Yeah, to
that.
take to him to look into.
Yeah.
All right.
But I can do the supply thing for the alchemy thing for the fish stuff.
All right.
That I have.
Yeah. So I think we had an alchemy thing for you. Roll it. Oh yeah. So let's see. Looking at this, you're able to determine rather intently that if you were able to grind up the teeth on the anglerfish, you can make several possible effects with it, depending on what else you add. Potion of water breathing being the most obvious and probably the simplest to create. Beyond that, you feel as though you might be able to make a potion that would make you look more fearsome to anyone that you're around. Though the exact effect of that, you're not sure until you were to actually make the potion. Looking at the little, like the actual angler part, you feel like that itself, you could try cutting it up with a potion. You feel like the best thing that might happen there is you might be able to perhaps make something that might give a potion that might help a creature see in the dark for a point, but you almost feel like this would be better used in a magical item.
All right. So I'll toss
Or in a
the
bracelet for glow in the dark effectiveness.
I'll toss the angler part in with the Arcanomites.
That's not barbarian alcohol.
And I'll probably try to make. You know what? Just for the sake of science,
I'll be right back. I smell some rubbing alcohol.
All right. So for the sake of science,
for the sake of science, I'll see what I need to make the fearsome looking one.
all right, the fearsome looking one, it looks like you could use most of the materials you have with you, you could use to make it. So it wouldn't be the hardest thing ever to do. But it seems like a bit more of a complicated potion. You wouldn't be able to make nearly as much because it does require more of the teeth. So like instead of being able to make like 3 or 4 potions of water breathing, you can only make like 1 potion of this.
Screw it. I'll do the fearsome thing. I need to do it for. Water breathing tends to be an easy thing to come by anyway.
Yeah, it's not like the most uncommon thing around.
So what do I roll for that?
You'd roll alchemist supplies, roll it twice.
That was bad. I broke it.
Yeah. All right. And you go through and you try to work on this potion. You work on it and you work on it. And as you go through, you're mixing the various things together, and you almost have like And as you mix 2 of the final ingredients together into the vial, there's like a little, it's not quite an explosion, but there's like a pop as the entire thing seems to burst up, and then it starts to kind of settle again. And you see that the potion almost seems to be separated in 2 different parts, which aren't really mixing properly.